Hello my people, how are you guys doing? My name is Yuna Turkana and I always share content around cleaning, organizing and lifestyle, sometimes hosting and any other thing that we share over here. Someone requested me to try and be introducing myself once in a while in my vlogs, so I want you guys to know me with my brand name Yuna Turkana. So welcome to this week's vlog. The major thing that I'll be sharing in this week's vlog is I'll be hosting my neighbors. I have noticed that most of us don't know each other. Ama ni mimi too. Just to give you context, most of the people here are house owners and they moved here not so long, like nobody is past 6 months. So I'm just assuming that maybe like I was the first person to come here, so I'm assuming that maybe they also don't know each other. They're not so many, but it's important that we try and interact, we share each other's contacts, they know each other, so it will be a very good chance for us to actually just talk and get to know each other. And it's so good to know your neighbor, and that is the only way in which, in case they have any challenge, you're gonna help them or they're gonna help you, like just basically that. So now that I've told you that I've never talked to them, how did I invite them? So one of the Sundays just recently, niliona tu gari zote ziko around and I went and rang their bells, greeted them and requested them if they're gonna come. Most of them, actually all of them, said yes, but some of them have cancelled towards the end because something came up for them, and that is perfectly okay. They say that they're gonna come another time just to say hi, and that is fine. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm so excited to see them. Today I want to go and get some items. I actually need to shop. It's raining, but I need to go to Garden City and pick a few things that I want to use during hosting, because it's going to be a slightly bigger number than the number of people that I have hosted before, and kids will be there as well, so I need to be ready and prepared. So I'll go to Garden City. I'll also pass by China Square. I also need to do a bit of shopping just to ensure that everything is in place. Now this time nimejipanga. I want to be hosting kimalamala kama last time. Like I did everything in one day and it didn't really, it was too much. So today I will only be doing, there's some things that I'll be preparing maybe today, and then tomorrow is when we will prepare the rest of the things. They're not so many, so it's not really a lot of work, but nataka nijipange vizuri so that I can give my guests the best. So I'm gonna take you with me when I'll be doing everything. I'm wearing this poncho from Vivo. There's nothing new about my feet today. It's cold, so I'm just keeping warm. Boots and sweater, poncho, just that. Yeah. So guys, my first stop was at Pandamat, and I kind of fell ill. Like I had a very bad stomachache, so I wasn't able to record everything the way I wanted to do it for you guys. So you will even notice that I didn't record the China Square bit. I was hoping to find everything at Pandamat, but unfortunately I didn't. So the rest of the things that I didn't find them here, I went and shopped them from China Square. So guys, I'm back into the house, and I didn't know that I'll come home this late because I was just going to pick a few things and come back, but I ended up passing by Optica. I didn't record that for you guys. I actually didn't manage to record so many parts because I was kind of not feeling good, but I managed to come with almost everything that is needed. So I'm going to quickly just show you a few things that I got. Honestly, I may not be able to show you everything. I'll just show you quickly, and then where possible I'll just tag the price. But for the obvious things, guys, I'll just show you as we pass, and then immediately after I'm done with this, I want to go in and prepare the first things. Like there are things which I'm supposed to prepare them today, so that tomorrow, because tomorrow is when our guests will be coming, tomorrow, so that tomorrow I'll be having a very easy time. So let me do that quickly because I honestly don't have a lot of time, and then we do that. Yeah, so I'm going to start with the goodies from Pandamat. So let me unwrap and show you. A quick comment, guys, before I continue. all these are from Pandamat, but I think let me just quickly give you my experience at Pandamat when I went there yesterday. I think they have so many helpful staffs, but the problem is their staffs don't know where like specific things are. I don't know whether like you'll find someone kwa hiyo roho ya vyombo and then you ask them, I need certain kind of pots. They don't. I need like general things, not very tiny things, and they don't know where they are. I think that's a very big challenge when shopping at Pandamat. But one thing about them, they are till like they are the part where you pay for your goods are so free, so you go very fast. They wrap your goods very well. That's one very good thing about them. The only challenge is I don't know why the staffs don't know where like very common, can I maybe call them common or very easy items are found. That is a challenge because at China Square you get people that can really take you to where those things are. So shopping at Pandamat can be a bit slightly uh, maybe slightly difficult because of that. Vitu ni mingi, you won't know where they are, you need someone to guide you. But tuachane na hiyo mambo, let me show you a few things. So I got these lids. They had this size of lids for your pots. So if you have a lid that if you've lost your lid for your pots, you can get such. Walikuwa na size moja. I also saw them at China Square, even bigger sizes. And you can't, these ones can be used also to cover food, like in normal pots. You can use them in normal lids and all that. So I picked this size because I knew exactly what I wanted to use them for. Something else that I picked is this let me call this glass kind of a bowl with a lid. I picked two because I want to use it for my salads. I know it can really do a lot, soup and all that, and I love the fact that it is covered. So I picked two of these, and it's gonna be a very good addition to my dining set. Then I also picked this. I'm sure if you've watched my videos, you know that I have this kind of plates. So I wanted to add on the quantity. Before I only took two of these, but sasa nimeongeza and these as well. The only thing that imefanya nijichune masikio ni anytime, like I also wanted to add on the large plates but nikapata zimeisha. Anytime you're ordering something for the first time, don't pick a few quantities, just pick enough that you know this is the maximum amount that I will need. You don't need to overshop, just enough, like maybe 6 or maybe 8. So for me, because of my dining set, I need 8. I picked 2. So going back, I didn't find most of the things that I wanted to add on their number because previously I only picked maybe 2 or a very small quantity. That applied to China Square. When I went to China Square, I also experienced the same thing. I wanted to replace my sauce, the two small sauce plates, but I didn't get it. So something else that I picked was these measuring cups. I have a set of these, but these ones were so affordable, and I picked this because I really wanted to have these, especially the 1.5 cup. Sometimes you find yourself cooking concurrently and you want to measure things at the same time instead of cleaning up and then using one. You can just have 2. So they were around 200. I'm tagging all the prices down below. Something that I've been looking for are these they are, can I say, cooling racks for cake, for cookies, for whatever thing, for even your chicken that you've just grilled or roasted. You can put them there and then they cool. It has this thing like a stand where you just place it there and then it cools. So I've really been looking for these things and I'm so glad that I found them. So something else that I picked is this very large plate over here. I'm gonna definitely use it to be serving fruits and any other thing that will look good on here because it's big. I have another one that looks almost exactly as this, but this one is gonna be a partner to that one. Something else I picked is this timer for cooking. I've never had a timer. So okay, the cooker timer actually works, but this physical one will come in handy. Let's say there's a power blackout and it's I hope that it's also accurate. Although for such things you can even use your phone to set the alarm, but this will make my cooking experience very Very serious. Okay, I picked this refillable marker pen together with the erasers, two of them, and these senior. What's the this big senior for serving nyama choma imekatwa, ugali, and all that. Like I have one, but it is small. My family has really grown, and I had to get a bigger one, but it's kind of weak, so I hope that tutaitumia vizuri so that it doesn't bend. Finally, for panda mat, I picked this. It's actually a baking tray, but hii unatumia once ukitupa, so I don't think it is economical, because I went to China Square and I found now the normal baking tray. So I don't know even whether I'll use it juu pia sijui kama itafanya kazi ama it will inakaa ni kama aluminium foil ngumu kidogo. So this one honestly it was around 180 shillings, but still it's now mtu atakuwa kinunua kitupa instead of just having a normal tin that you use. I purposely picked it because I didn't want to get to China Square and then nikose. So ningekosa China Square and then nisikwe nayo, and yet yet to bake a couple of things ingekuwa challenging kidogo. Yeah, so that is why I picked it, but it's actually not economical if you have the other one. So those are the things that I found. I shopped from Panda Mart. So let's move straight to China Square. So for China Square, I just picked a few items, but I majorly went here because I wanted to pick these pots, these serving dishes, and this baking tray. But I ended up, as usual, picking some other things that I knew I needed. So I picked these. What's the actual name of this? It's for scooping things that you deep fry. Yeah, so it's gonna come in handy because it's lengthy, and then it has this wooden part over here. Something else that I picked from China Square are these set of long serving spoons. I really love them because they are long, as opposed to the ones which I always have. They're a bit short, like very, very, very short. A set of tongs for serving a couple of foods and also salads. So I picked that. Saucer or a mini saucer bowl. This one is a sauce bowl. Okay, a mini one. A set of these. Another problem, I went to pick more of the ones that I already have, but I didn't find them, so I ended up picking these. So the color is different, but this was the only one which was available. I wanted either that or the transparent ones, but they weren't there, so I had to come with these. They will just get the job done. One extra towel. I really love this towel. It's so good. It doesn't shed off the oozy I shed, so that's why I really love this. I already have such, so it's so good for wiping your utensils. So perfect. Yeah, and then this set of shower caps for my guest bedroom and mine as well. Then these serving dishes. Honestly, I would really love if I would have found the ones that I already have, but again, they were completely out of stock long time ago. Zilikuwa za kitambo. So I picked these ones, 2 of these, because I only have 4. So I definitely need to add them if I'll be serving more dishes. So that's why I picked these 2. Picked this tin over here, this big container. If again you've watched me, you know that I use such to store my grains, unga, rice, and all that. So I picked this particular one because I don't have one for one unga, like all-purpose flour, or the other one self-raising. I need to get one. One is always in their packets, and it needed a container, so I got this. It's not exactly the one that I always have, but it's almost similar. So another cooling rack, this round one. It's for, like, I've shown you the others that I picked from Panda Mart. They were a bit bigger, but this one is small, so just in case you're just cooling very few items, you don't need to come with use the big one. So I'll use this for such, or just a small round cake. Perfect. And these baking trays, I picked 2, a slightly bigger one and a smaller one. So these are the baking trays that I really wanted to find, and I'm glad that I found them at China Square. Final thing that I picked from China Square is this one over here. It's this dustbin. So sorry, I have dustbins for all my bathrooms, the toilet, and also the bedrooms. So there was only one place that was missing one, so I have to take this one to the guest bedroom, and then the one that is there will come down to the guest toilet. Yeah, so I needed to pick one. It was so affordable compared to the bins that I've picked before, so that's why I picked this, and then I love the way it looks. Yeah, so that is all that I picked from China Square. So let's quickly move to they're just the usual things that I shopped from Carrefour, but I'll just show you guys juju and maybe just anything that I feel like I should mention. So guys, for Carrefour and Neighbours, I went to pick a couple of items that I wanted to restock, and basically I have Pearl basmati rice, I have some fruits, I have Dairyland yogurt, and maize flour, and dustbin liners, like, okay, and this blue band. So those are the only major things that I went to pick. And maybe just to show you something extra that I've picked today is this bio Greek yogurt, because I want to make some smoothies using this. It is part of the ingredient. And also this sweet corn maize, I'm going to use this in making my vegetable rice. Yeah, so something extra that I picked today is this popsicles maker. Like, I have this set, I picked them from Carrefour, and each of them is 460 shillings. I've really been looking for this. I wanted the bigger one that can accommodate a lot at the same time, but these will just do because it's like 4. So tomorrow I'll be having kids, and I want to make some popsicles for them. And some sauce. I have extra sauce and mayonnaise. An extra spice that I haven't used before is cayenne pepper. So I'm going to use this to prepare something I'm gonna show you guys. And finally, second last one is this corn flour. Like, I'm also going to use this. Ya mwisho kabisa is this it's like a sponge for you can use it to take off makeup, or you can use it with your cleanser, or you can use it with your rose water, whatever you want to use it in your face. I've been using cotton wool, so it will be my first time having this. So I hope it's gonna do it because they look so tiny. Cotton wools were doing good, but you know what they do, zinaacha kidogo. So I hope these ones will be doing just fine. So basically, guys, that is all I got. I'm so sorry I've been speaking very fast, but it's because I want to move in and start doing the other part of the job. So let's start maybe by washing the fruits, and then we will continue. On cleaning my fruits, I always use Bio Veggie Wash. I got it from Carrefour for all my large fruits, and then I will rinse them off with water that has white vinegar, then rinse them under running water, and that is it. For small fruits like berries and all the kind of grapes, I use bicarbonate soda, that is the baking soda, and then rinse it off with water that has vinegar, then running water, and that is it. Honestly, someone is not supposed to maybe do all that kind of rinsing. I just double clean to ensure that all the dirt comes off, but I'm sure that someone can just use white vinegar or baking soda because they are safe disinfectants, and your fruits will get clean. Since I'll be having kids as part of our guests, I'm preparing popsicles for them, and it's a very healthy popsicle. It's going to have pineapple, apples, beetroot, a bit of honey, and Greek yogurt. It tastes so good. It's actually so sweet. So I'm sure that they're gonna love it. So that is all what I'm going to have for the kids, and also I'll be preparing a few cookies for them. Now for my juices, I'm only going to prepare pineapple juice and orange juice, just those two, because that will take a very short time. So in case any of my guests will not love any of those juices, they're gonna communicate, and then we're gonna prepare something that they will prefer when they will be here. But for now, that is what I'm going to prepare. For my blending or juicing, I'm going to use this Kenwood juicer. I remember I'd given you guys a review of how the juicer works. It's only good for hard fruits like the carrots, beetroots, and any of such families, maybe roots and any other hard fruit, but not good for soft fruits, especially the ones that I'm going to blend, like oranges and pineapples aren't so good for this because it goes away with some little juice. Like there's some amount of juice that doesn't make it to the jug. Yeah, but someone told me not to put this away or not to really give it out because the other slow juicers are good for soft fruits and not good for hard fruits. So I'll still need this juicer, but because it does its job very fast, I'm going to use it so that I'll save time as I'm looking for another juicer. So for my salads, just like the juices, I'm also preparing them today, and these salads are best served when they are chilled, like nitaitoa kwa fridge, and then that is when I'll be serving them. They will be tasting so good, and that is the best way to actually enjoy salad according to me, if it's not the kachumbari one. So I'm preparing all of them and then put them in the fridge. So I'm preparing 2 salads. The first one is my favorite salad, but I'm not so sure whether people will love it. So I'll also prepare that, and also coleslaw, so that if someone won't like the other one, they will have the other one. Time to marinate my drumsticks and then put them into the fridge. That will allow it to soak in all the ingredients, and then tomorrow we're going to deep fry it. So guys, it's very early in the morning the following day, and now this is the day where we'll be having our guests. Our neighbors will be coming, and we're expecting them around 12 to 2, maybe in between there. They're not so many. So I just want to, really feel nice because I got to prepare whatever I prepared yesterday, because that will save a lot of time. And today my nanny will be here to help with the vyombo, and also people around the house will be helping. So I'm sure that in the next maybe 2 to 3 hours things will be ready. So I'm going to, since I don't serve my food in hot dishes, I want to prepare them in such a way that I'll be serving them almost at the same time. So I'm going to start by kneading chapo, let it settle. Of course, first putting my meat to boil pale kwa cooker, and then knead chapo. I'll try and balance it so that by the time I'm done, almost everything will be served almost at the same time. So I'm definitely going to take you with me. So for my chapati, I'm going to prepare it, knead it, and then leave it aside for it to settle. Then I'll be cooking other stuffs, and cooking chapatis will be the last thing that I'll be doing. Cooking takes a very short time for chapatis, provided you kneaded them earlier. Like I'd said earlier, the cookies are for the kids, but while I was preparing the cookies, I almost regretted because it took a very long time preparing it, even compared to kneading chapos. But since I'd already started it, I had to finish it, and the kids really enjoyed it later. So on piping the cookies up on Yoshida iko kidogo because I kind of shake. My hands are never settled when I'm doing something, especially when I'm nervous and I want it to come out perfect. But yeah, I tried. At this point, the beef stew was ready. It was time to fry it and make the stew. So there's nothing much actually about the beef stew. It's just the usual stuff. Then I moved on to prepare the next thing. So for my peri potatoes, I had to boil it first. And one thing that you have to do when boiling the potatoes is use cold water when boiling it, and then don't let it boil for a very long time, like around 5 to 6 minutes, and then you remove it before they crack. And then now that is when you season it with the peri, salt, and some bit of olive oil. Again, the peri seasoning adds chili, actually quite a lot of it. So if you're not the kind of a person that loves chili, don't put a lot of it, just a little bit for the sauce to taste. And then you put it into the oven for them to bake. So I'm preparing the chicken that we'd marinated yesterday, the drumsticks, and get them ready for deep frying. So one key thing that someone should really be keen on when preparing this is, at this point, just ensure that any spices that you're going to add them together with the oil are things that you can actually take, because this is not cake, so you don't have to put all the spices. So if there's something that you don't like, you can omit it, or if there's something that you don't like too much of it, you can just reduce the quantity. And then when it's time to deep fry them, make sure you don't crowd the pan. Just put enough quantity, and for each batch, ensure that they cook for at least 9 minutes. And in between, like at least after every 2 minutes, keep on tossing or turning them, just to ensure that they brown and cook evenly. Drum rolls for the second last thing. Now I'm so excited. At this point, I was so excited because I knew it's almost over. So vegetable rice is the easiest thing to prepare. For me, I always combine everything together, add cooking oil and salt, and then let them boil. So as my rice was cooking, I was cooking now my chapos on the side. So cooking chapati was actually the last thing to prepare, and this takes a very short time, like between 10 to 20 minutes in between there, the cooking part. So for me, I always just spread all of them, put them into round balls, and then I'll be spreading them on the pan. I'll first be drying them, nikieka kando, and then I'll come back and now nieke mafuta. What's that called? Okay, nieke mafuta zikiwa pamoja. I prefer doing that so that they can cook evenly instead of putting the mafuta as I go.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
It's time to serve, and everything was all ready. Actually, this is the most exciting part because all the work was over. And at this point, some of our guests had arrived, and the ones who had not arrived just arrived almost after this. So the meals were served when they were hot. I'm not going to show you guys the faces of our guests because of their privacy. um it will be so bad. They even don't know whether I create content. Like, that is something that we discussed while we were just chatting, but they don't know. So shooting will stop as soon as I'm done serving, so that wasiogope, wasishangae kwa nini niliwaita kwa record or something. Yeah, so just for their privacy. That is it for this week's video, guys. I will appreciate any feedback concerning hosting. So maybe you can tell me, what should I include next, what should I omit. I will really appreciate your feedback. I told you previously that I really enjoy hosting because it makes me interact with people, considering that my nature of work doesn't get me outside there. Like, most of the time I work from home, so interacting with people, eating with people, hiyo honestly ni mambo yangu, considering that I really love food. So thank you so much for watching until the end. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of my journey, and enjoy your week.